All right, guys, first part of your flex day is to fill out the paper that you see on the left is what I gave out to you guys yesterday. This is kind of first part of what we're going to get into following the segmentation stuff. Now we get to be a bunch of salesmen and learn about what it takes. So it's actually a good career field to get into if you like to talk and you feel like you're good and knowledgeable about stuff. That's what selling is actually good for. There's all types of salesmen. We got everything from Best Buy, area or department salesman to, you can be a person that's in the medical field selling the latest innovation with brain surgery. So, you have two spectrums of, even my Mike's Car Wash spectrum over here to selling something that might be the benefit of humankind or mankind. So, this idea of sales. So, the first thing, before we get into it, you have the big picture of going from segmentation, the large group, a market, down to a homogeneous group or a segmented group. Okay? Now, once we get to here, what do? Well, it's time that we cash in on figuring out who we want to go after and actually making them a priority. And I'm going to add something here on this paper where it says the goal. I'm going to put the 80-20 principle in here because we want to make sure that whatever we do as a sales person, that we want to make sure where the 80-20 principle is being remembered. Remember that from last week on the test. 80-20 means 80% of what money we make comes from 20% of the people that we are targeting. That's a big deal. So when we're making sales, the greater we do at sales, the greater amount that 20% can grow. Okay? But this first one, so selling is helping customers make satisfying buying decisions. Okay? How do we do that? By communicating how products and their features match customers' needs and wants. So that's the first blank that you're going to fill out on your paper. Make sure you bring that in tomorrow. Okay? Simple thing. It comes down to needs and wants. And we've talked about this a gazillion times. We have to make sure whatever we're doing on the business side, that we're making sure that what you need and want as a customer is going to be met by us. Okay? And then being willing and able as a customer is important. We have to make sure we understand who's doing what. The door-to-door salesman, Kenny Brooks, he makes sure to let them know that you got water. Oh, guess what? You can buy my product, and I know you have a need, whether it's dirty rim or you got crap on your concrete or you got dirty grout, whatever the case may be. I have what you need, and I'm going to make you want it. Okay? This isn't on your notes, but at the bottom here, I would just kind of jot a couple things down. But why is sales important? The sales environment changes constantly. As the new competitors enter the market and old competitors leave. In order for companies to be successfully selling products or their services, they have to be effective at selling, okay? Or being able to have effective sales management, meaning they're looking at techniques, they're looking at everything that goes into the sale. And then the big thing is keeping customers coming back. So the idea of customer management, relationship management. That's why sales is important. If we understand how to go about doing it, and we have people to, be the management of it, looking at what the good and the bad that's happening right now, along with why we're doing it, aka keeping customers happy, making them come back, customer relationship management, that A makes for effective salesmen, but B, that's why it's important. That's why we do it. Okay? All right, the second set of blanks. Two goals: help customers decide purchases, ensure customer satisfaction. Well, when we help them decide on purchases, sometimes educating on the customer on the product is important. You can't just say, here it is, figure it out. We need to make sure that you understand the ins and outs. And I talked about that as a real estate agent. I talked about that, in the Kenny Brooks. He makes sure he uses different examples of why the product will do what it's going to do, and he educates them about them. Talks about what the chemical is made of. Okay. The next part, ensure customer satisfaction. happy customers mean repeat business. And again, I'm going to draw back up to this 80-20 principle. We want to make sure we keep coming back because they are our 80%. The 20% of people that we're going after are 80% of what we do business for. Okay? Then selling is a broad concept and can take place outside or inside a firm. So there's two different types of sales. Okay? Which leads to the next one. Inside versus outside. Inside sales are selling efforts that take place at the salesperson's place of business, i.e. retail. So inside sales are selling efforts that take place at the seller's place of business. Okay? I have a picture of Best Buy up here. That was a real easy one to keep in mind. But if you think about, like if you have insurance, you're going to go to an insurance agency's home office. If you are going to get new tires, you're going to go to the tire store. So that guy has been trained as a salesman. Although he's an associate, he'll be trained at his place to make sure when people come to him, they're informed of stuff. Okay? If you're not inside, then you're outside. So this right here, i.e., this one up here is i.e. retail stores. So if it's not a retail store, it's probably going to be at my house. Okay, so i.e. door to door on this one right here. Door to door or out in the public, however you want to look at it. But the blank is outdoor sales are selling efforts to take place outside the salesperson's place of business. So it's pretty cut and dry. Inside is at their place. Outside is anywhere except their place. So door to door. Kenny Brooks, door to door. Billy Mays, retail store. You go to a QVC online store. Okay. And then on my notes over here, I already gave it to you guys. Insurance agents or real estate agents may sell their consumer services through inside or outside sales efforts. So they're kind of the odd one because they can do business inside and outside. But realistically, they don't. The big thing on the outdoor versus or outside versus inside. Outside is kind of that cold. You're going to go to each door and kind of grab them. Whereas the insurance agent in real estate, we're kind of going to them, and then we do things outside of it. So it's kind of a tricky one. But the big thing on the outside is that it's door to door. Okay. The next one is telemarketing is the process of selling over the telephone. Come on, you guys are good. Telemarketing is the process of selling over the telephone. Okay, telephone, simple, cut and dry. You guys haven't got to experience this, but during my lifetime, which wasn't that long, at least in my high school lifetime, I should say, not that long ago, I can remember phones being blown up by people, by telemarketers, and then they had this no call list thing they came out with, and then now it's against the law. You cannot be telemarketed against unless you have filled out, like when you do sign up for something, you hit I agree on all the terms and conditions. Somewhere in the conditions, they may have you've agreed to sell your rights to this third party that will use your number and contact you. I know for me, when I bought a house, I wanted to look up rates. For me now, I'm looking at car rates. So I signed up for something like a Lending Tree site. Well, I signed myself up where I get phone calls all the time, ask me if I want to refinance that or look at some of this stuff. So I teach this stuff and I still fall for the gimmicks. So, but telemarketing is, like I said, it's over the phone. Okay. Now, part of your guys' part one of your flex day is to research the sales process. So you are literally going to Google research the sales process. At the bottom of this paper, I want you to make whether you find 5 steps, 7 steps, 10 steps, whatever you find. There's no right or wrong yet. There is a wrong, but I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong yet. But you're going to look up the sales process, and I want you to draw it or use arrows indicating where I start, what the next step is, and so forth. Okay? That's going to be part one. Part two is there will be a video link inside the calendar. I want you to watch. It's about 7 minutes. Okay? You're going to watch about 4 different clips. It's not that long. It's like 6 minutes long. I want you to tell me where you think they do well in the video on the sales process, where they do bad on the sales process, according to the video you're going to watch, and really anything in general, I want you to comment in regards to the sales process based on the video clip I'm going to give to you. It's pretty funny, so it's not going to be bad. But this is going to be based on what you look up, okay? And again, there is the right sales process, but you'll probably find very, very, very close to what we're looking for, okay? Other than that, hope you guys enjoy, your flex day. This will be posted obviously on Monday night, so that will help you guys out big time. So take care. Email me if you have any problems. Shouldn't take you guys very long. Enjoy your day off. Take care.